For those who don't know me, my name is Bethany and I'm the owner of Bethany Alice, and I am in the business of all things alterations and upcycling. But I like to think of it as I do creations, not just alterations. So I work with women to create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that are just the truest extension of themselves and fit their body just as they are, all from what's hanging in their wardrobe, just to teach them that they can make sustainable fashion choices by using what they already have. Now, today, what I wanted to talk to you about is making sustainable choices, and why aren't you making more sustainable choices? Now, before you go anywhere, I'm not about to berate you on any of your life choices, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you're not being sustainable by simply getting up and farting in the morning. I'm not about that at all. I think one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up is because I think that kind of messaging is probably one of the reasons that might be turning you and others off moving towards a more sustainable lifestyle. Because it seems like as humans, we are wired to see things in black and white. We like to think that if you do this, it's good. If you do that, it's bad. That 1 + 1 = 2 and A + B = C. And that's just not the case when it comes to human nature, the world, and in particular really big issues like the environmental crisis. So I think by thinking in this binary, it can put people off wanting to even try being sustainable. I know I used to think like that. I used to get really overwhelmed with how big the issue was, that I thought, how is me as one person doing these little things going to make any kind of difference? So I just won't try. And now that I've learned a little bit more, I always come back to this quote that I can't even remember who said it, but it said, we don't need a small group of people doing sustainability perfectly. We need everyone to do sustainability imperfectly. So I want to ask you, what's one little thing that you can do to make more sustainable choices? And now, I can also appreciate and understand that sometimes making more sustainable choices is really inconvenient. And frankly, it is. Sometimes you have to go out of your way to go and support sustainable businesses, or to find, well-made products, or to just go to the supermarket and try and avoid plastic, or find ways to correctly dispose of your plastic. It can be really inconvenient. So, maybe something that you can do towards, making more sustainable choices is by, if you're open to it, following people politically, and by putting the pressure on our governments to regulate massive industries, to encourage them to make more sustainable practices in their supply chains, to make it easier for consumers to avoid plastic when they go shopping, to make it easier for consumers to think about the end of life of their products. There are a lot of things that can be brought into businesses that can be regulated, that can make it easier for you to make more sustainable choices. But until then, what are some little things that you can do? Is it simply having your morning coffee at home instead of buying one, or taking a little keep cup away, or trying to buy your fruits and vegetables without getting little plastic bags? Little things over a long period of time can make a really, really big difference. So don't think you don't have any power by doing those small things. And in particular for me, with my business, I really like to focus on teaching women how they can make more sustainable fashion choices in their wardrobe. And one of the biggest concepts that I use, sort of the biggest concept of my business, is simply using what you have. That is one of the easiest ways to make more sustainable choices right now, is to just use what you have. So I love teaching women how they can upcycle and rework and completely transform things that they already own into something new. So you're still getting that sort of dopamine hit, that excitement of bringing new pieces into your wardrobe, but the materials and what we're sourcing already exists in your wardrobe. You can do this as well in all areas of your life. What are some things around your house that you can just get more use out of before you bring something new in? Is there anything that you're tempted to throw away, but maybe if you put in that little bit of extra effort, you can actually get it fixed and get even more use out of it. And it's a really good thing to do when you're considering bringing new pieces into your life, whatever it might be, is thinking, am I going to really use it for as long as I possibly can? A good indication that I use is the 30 rule. So if you are going to use it, are you going to use it at least 30 times? If yes, great, grab it. If not, then maybe you don't necessarily need it in your life. So that is a really, really easy way to just start making more sustainable choices in your life. So I would love to get a discussion going and let me know what issues you have in trying to make your life more sustainable. Like, is it you're just hard on time, or have you got kids to think about? Are there anything you want to teach your kids about how to become more sustainable? Like, maybe you can teach them to look after their toys so that they last longer, or instead of just throwing away, we can donate them and then you can buy new stuff from an op shop. So I would love to just talk about it more, because it really is, it can be still very hard for a lot of people to move towards a more sustainable lifestyle from a point of convenience or money as well, but I think the more we talk about it and the more that we voice some of the issues that we're having in trying to become more sustainable, we can find more solutions for it as well. So let me know any issues you have. Let me know anything that you've changed that you love that is really easy way to be sustainable, and we can share it around, and I would love to hear it, and maybe I can use them in my life as well. I would love to hear. Thanks.